Good morning, good morning. Welcome to another morning broadcast. We meet at 9 a.m. Eastern daily to discuss our game plan. Welcome if it's your first time, please smash the like button if you enjoy the stream. If this isn't your first time, if you're returning, I appreciate you for coming and being with us every morning. All right, so the market has been it started off fairly well. Monday we had a decent day. On the back of last week, we had the rally on the indices because of U.S. and China relations settling and Trump and Powell feud, the Trump and Powell feud settling. So we're going to see what we have in store this week. I would take this week day by day because, it's settled, but we have earnings. Earnings are out. We have some of the big, large, huge members of the indices are reporting this week. So we'll see how things go. We may have strong directional move, or we may be taking day by day, one direction and then the other. So we'll see what happens. So because of the settling of the market, we've been looking at the tech basket, and also crypto was rallying. So we're trading some of the crypto related equities, and I'm still looking at those. And then we have some individual stocks that have their own catalysts as normal. Those are our favorites. So let's get into it. All right. So let's jump into the big picture real quick. Morning, everybody in the chat. Morning to everybody in the chat. All right. So big picture. Here we have, as I mentioned, the SPYs have been settled because of U.S. and China relations. So we had a rally since the beginning of last week, and Friday rallied, and then Monday we had a pullback at the beginning of the day, and then up into the close. It pretty much landed at the open, right? So we overall, we still have the tariffs. They are still one of the tariffs are still a headwind for stocks. So we can't deny that. But with the current environment, earnings season here, we could have some longs, and we just have to base I would say do your analysis the night before, but be ready to change day to day, especially in earnings season. Okay. All right. So, indices currently up, just been in the range and touching prior support levels. Right. So I look at these support levels here to see if we're going to turn, and just keep your eye on the NVIDIAs. Right. They've been on a rally, pulled back some, but holding up. So there could be another leg here higher. Okay. The Apples of the world as well are reporting. So they've been rallying. So they have strong reports. Apple was reporting on Thursday. Then that can, impact the market and cause us to continue higher. Okay. So overall, we're settled right now. And then day to day, I just look for zone to zone plays. I don't have, I've been for a while when the market was in decline, I was saying, hey, let's just fade the pops. But the environment has changed a little bit. So that's not quite the narrative for us today. All right. So that's by the Qs. All right. One stock that was really interesting this morning is him and hers. And there was an announcement by a company that it would allow it to, it did a partnership to sell this obesity drug. And these types of partnerships have helped him and hers, the stock out. It rallied before off of news like this. Him and hers has a telehealth system. So we saw him and hers rise. So it's a larger float stock, but this one was very strong this morning. I didn't take anything on it. Then LFMD attached to it also popped up on the scan. It also received the same news that it would be one of those that would be releasing that drug. This one, or be able to sell that drug through its system. So both of these are tied together, LFMD and him and hers from the same similar catalyst. So we saw a run on this one, and this one gave some scalps. Again, this one is a little bit higher float, and I was still putting the pieces together on LFMD. Him and hers, I saw it, but LFMD, I was still putting the pieces together to see like, okay, what the catalyst meant. Price action was okay. I think this was probably the cleanest scalp. I was looking at entering on the original pop here, but I was still looking at the catalyst. It was like okay for this stock, so I didn't get anything on it. But now that I put the pieces together, it's as I mentioned, higher float. So I'm thinking that I see some absorption here. If you look at, there's a lot of selling here, but price isn't moving, so there's divergence. So there could be buyers just stepping up on the bid. That's kind of like what I was seeing. So if it does break out, I'd probably enter into a trade on it. Right now, look at him and hers, but him and hers has a higher float. So we'll see about them. So those are two that popped up on the scan that were the best. Everything else was so-so. All right. Now there's a few names we've been looking at that have been paying out. OMEX, this one still on watch today. So OMEX, again, this is tied to a executive order for the marine mining industry, and OMEX, it has been holding up very well, and because of that, we've caught this several days. Yesterday, Friday, Thursday. Yeah, so 3 days, Thursday, Friday, and yesterday, we caught moves on it. And it's been holding up. Again, I like the catalyst tied to the executive order. So we'll see if it does hold, then we will continue to trade it. If volume comes in and the order flow looks good, we'll continue to trade this one and take money out of that one. All right, so OMEX is on the board. CEP, for me, this one is tied to Bitcoin. We had some nice rally yesterday, rallied. At the time that there was a breakout trade here on our trade that fit my playbook on CEP, I was trading OMEX. It did it at the same time. The move was at the same time. So I chose OMEX, at lower priced, and I like the move more. So this one is also holding up. We'll see what happens if it continues to hold support here. Okay. HIMS could go higher after open. The normal price for a Wigo Voy is over 1K. The partnership, they are going to offer it for $600. Yeah, that's definitely, HIMS is a big one for sure. So I put it in our game plan for our group at the top, number one in our game plan. LFMD, I'm also putting it there. All right, so CEP, OMEX, and then QBTS. Thoughts on Wolf? Okay, I'll give some. So QBTS, these start to move with the tech name. So I keep them on watch for something clean. If something clean pops up, then I'll take it. So QBTS, QUBT, RGTI, sort of keep those on watch. Sometimes I'm able to catch them. Sometimes I'm not. I may be looking at another stock. But these when indices are rallying, when tech is rallying specifically, then I'll be watching out for the quantum names. Okay. All right. So here's one, SoFi. All right. So SoFi, here, just real quick. Okay. So I'm pointing out SoFi not necessarily as one of our normal names that we trade, but I'm just pointing to tech so that if you trade certain baskets when tech is hot, then you can look at you can look at the tech sector, right? So the quantum names, we'll be looking at the lower float names, some of those tech names that may pop up on the scan. They may be of interest because we see if we see Nvidia rising, Tesla, Apple, then the tide normally rises all the boats, right? So SoFi earnings came out, and this one popped up on the scan. This is a $1 billion float. I mean, a billion float. So it's much larger. It's going to take more to to move this stock. But we're seeing already earnings around tech coming out positive. Okay, so this is just all some context as we are looking, as we're developing our thesis. This is all context. Okay, all right. So quantum will be on watch. Let me see. And one more for us to look at. Now, when the scan starts off quiet like this, one of the things that we have to remember is that waiting is trading. Okay, waiting is trading. So if you look at the scan and it doesn't look like it's giving you what you want to see, don't look away and start to busy yourself with other things. A part of trading is just watching. Okay, looking at some of the other older names that were in play, PRTG. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me right now. That's on the book. So we have CEP, OMEX, the quantum names, HIMS, and LFMD. Okay, and so we'll see what they do, and if HIMS holds, if you're used to trading the momentum, the way that we trade momentum, if you branch out and start to trade these, you have to know that sometimes they'll run a little bit slower. You may want to zoom up a time frame. Maybe instead of looking at the 1 minute, maybe you trade it from the 2 minute or so. Some of them even the 5 minute. Okay. All right. Let me check the comments. Let me see. What are y'all looking at? Anything else? Again, we never know what's going to happen. I emphasize this because we may not have much on the scan right now, in terms of low float, but something can pop up right after, and then boom, we have something that's hot and in play. All right, I'm looking for, let's see. Yep, good morning, good evening for those that are checking in from, and it's evening time for you all. Thoughts on Wolf? Okay, let me see. Shush. What is that? Somebody saying shush. All right, Wolf. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, Wolf was on. Wolf popped up, but I took it off, and that is because that is why I didn't trade Wolf. Okay. All right. So Wolf experienced a short squeeze, and it's rising with tech as well. So higher float, as I mentioned about some of those names. So I would mark up the levels and see if it gives us something clean with strong volume. Yeah, it's not at the top of my list, but it's trending up. It's trending upwards, and it's moving with tech. Okay. All right. Let me see what else you got. What else you got here? Oh, all right. I see. Check SHSH. I thought Is that a ticker? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Jose. How can I tell will go up or down? Is the price hitting support 2 or 3 times? What is your advice? What derivative you trade? Features for stocks. Looking at indices out there. Okay. I enjoyed your interview when you went to the conference. I had to subscribe. You come on my feed so often. Thanks for subscribing. All right. Yep. I touched on indices already. All right. So I think we're at the end of the road for the call. Again, make today your best day, right? Focus on process. Take best quality setups. Reduce yourself to 1 or 2 quality setups. If you're not already green, don't take any C, or definitely not any invented trades, right? Focus on process. Make this your best day. Even if it's not a P&L day, make it the best process day. And eventually your P&L will follow. Okay. All right. Oh, P-O-N-Y. Yep. Gotcha. I did see Pony rising yesterday. Let's see. All right. Chinese stock. You know what? As this one is on support here, it ran up yesterday. So I'd see if it holds these levels here. May have a trade from here back up to VWAP. I think this one is also just moving. Pony AI nearing profitability after cost cuts. Okay. After cost cutting brings profitability closer. Yeah. I was Chinese robo-taxi firm, Pony AI, on fast track to profit after cost cuts. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's the catalyst that's driving it. Robo-taxi AI. That's a pretty good, pretty interesting initiative they have going. Yeah, this one looks like the cost cutting. It could continue. So I'd say just mark up your levels. If it holds here, then you may trade zone to zone, and then see what happens at that next level. Yeah. All right. Okay. I think that's it in the chat. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate you all. I'm glad. Let me see. In 20-ish minutes. Thank you all. Amazon down 3%. That's big for Amazon. See, this is exactly what I've been saying. I've been talking about how the data hasn't printed yet for the tariffs. So, the market is responding to headlines day to day, but we still are not in the clear, right? These companies haven't even reported, and they haven't reported their projections of what the tariffs are going to do to their earnings, right? So Amazon comes in and says, Amazon displaying tariff pricing, a hostile act. They're reporting that the tariffs are going to have an impact on their earnings, right? Cuts its price target from 260 to 220. Okay, so that should affect Q3. All right, look at what happens. Look at the response from the market. So just imagine these companies, one after another, coming and saying this, and this is going to cause a downturn. Okay. So yeah, so we'll see. So I said, let's take it day by day, but let's just keep in mind that, you know, the headwind of the impact of tariffs, the data hasn't even printed. So we're not in the clear. Okay. All right. I'm glad I came across your channel because I almost got caught in the fake gurus. Yeah, I'm so glad you did. And thank you. I appreciate you. Take quick profit on Pony. The Chinese stocks like to pump and dump. Definitely. All right. So yeah, so let's jump off. I hope y'all have a great trading day today. Again, make it your best. And I will see you all later. I did a review yesterday. I just didn't get to post it. So I'm not going to post it. It'll just be, I'll just post it inside of our community. But I'll post another one for today's trades later. Okay. All right. Talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.